Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to my channel, Roseology. This is the February energetic forecast for your sign Capricorn, and that applies to your sun, moon, and rising sign, or maybe you're just cross-watching for someone else that you know, but either way, welcome to my channel. Happy birthday to all of my Aquariuses as well out there. Now you can scroll down to the comments in the description for the timestamps to the meditation and to the reading if you are just ready to get straight to it, because I do have a couple of things to explain before getting to this reading. The first being that I have a lot of cards that I've pulled for each sign in February because intuitively I feel like we all needed a really in-depth reading on what to expect energetically this month and how to navigate that energy. And after reading for all of the signs, because I'm filming this intro video last, I'm hoping to have these videos uploaded on the 3rd of February. It is currently the 30th of January. So fingers crossed that I can get these up in that time frame. But after filming for all the signs, I can honestly say I believe that February, this Aquarius season, is one of the most tumultuous months of 2020. And not necessarily in a bad way, but it's definitely challenging us by shaking things up, by shaking up our core, shaking up our system, shaking up our day-to-day. And this is because of Saturn and Uranus, which are the two planets that rule Aquarius. So this is nothing to fear, but definitely something to be aware of and prepared for. And each sign's reading definitely delivered and gave an answer on how we can work with February's energy and use it to our benefit. A few dates to note, or a couple dates to note, is Mercury retrograde will be occurring this February 16th to March 9th, but we will be entering into Mercury retrograde shadow zone from February 1st to March 29th. So that is something to definitely take note of. I will also be doing a pick a card reading for how to work with this upcoming Mercury retrograde as well, so you can be on the lookout for that on my channel. And lastly, I wanted to let you guys know that I'm not doing any personal readings right now. I didn't take any readings in January either because I wanted to get back to making sure that I was uploading enough content, free content, up here on my YouTube channel, since I sort of slacked off in December, with December being the holidays and doing a whole bunch of personal readings. I really slacked off on this YouTube content here, but you guys will definitely be the first to know when I am back to accepting personal readings again. But thank you guys for being patient with me. I truly do appreciate you. And if you do just want to reach out to me, you can always email me. My email address is linked in the description down below. So now let's get to this meditation. Let me just start off by saying, like I always do, that this is a collective reading for your sign. So in order for this reading to resonate with you, you need to be synced into the energy of this reading. To help you do that, I'll be offering a 30-second meditation. And if you are ready to begin that meditation, get into a nice relaxed position. Become aware of your entire body, starting with your feet and working that awareness up in sections from the feet to the head. Then take a deep breath in through your nose for around 5 seconds. Hold that breath for 3 seconds. Then exhale out of your mouth for 6 to 7 seconds. Then focus on asking yourself or your higher self or your guides what guidance it is that you need to hear for the month of February 2020 and how you can best navigate this energy. Once you do that, we'll begin that meditation right now. All right, now that you're intuitively synced into the energy of this reading, let me take the time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, and amazing spirit itself for these messages today. Now let's check out what February has in store for you and your sign. All right, Capricorn, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with your tarot cards first before getting to your oracle cards. We have a lot of cards to cover here, literally like a stack of oracle cards. I haven't seen any of these yet, so let's just get started, all right? The very first tarot card that we have is the 7 of Cups. Then we have the Moon card here, the 9 of Swords. Okay, I'm going to stop right here for a second because I'm already getting a message, but basically here, what I'm seeing, Capricorn, is in February, you may be worried that you made the right decision or not. because at first you won't be able to tell if you did or not. Your anxiety is going to be conjuring up a lot of different scenarios with this, your anxiety being represented by the Nine of Swords, and these different scenarios running through your head being represented here by the Moon card. So your anxiety is going to be conjuring up a lot of different scenarios where you didn't choose the right decision. Okay, you're gonna get hit with a lot of different options. You're going to get hit with a lot of different opportunities. You're going to get hit with a lot of different avenues. Like, you could literally take either which one of these routes, right? They're all going to lead you somewhere different, but it's going to be better than where you're coming from. And you're going to be worried about, did I make the right decision? Did I take the right route? Did I take the right pathway, the right road? Okay, let's keep going. We have here the Three of Pentacles. We have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. 234 right now, 234. And the Devil in reverse. All right, let me stop right here. So what I'm seeing here, whatever decision is coming in with the Seven of Cups over here, with this Three of Pentacles, I'm seeing you are not going to be making this decision alone. Like, you technically are going to be making this decision alone. It's ultimately your decision. But I'm seeing your guides, your angels, your ancestors, spirit, helping you come to a certain decision or a certain conclusion. They led you here, represented by this Three of Pentacles. They literally led you here. And, they led you here, and because you were led more so off of your intuition, that is what is causing you this anxiety in the Nine of Swords, because we can't triple check our intuition, right? We just have to basically trust it. We just have to have faith in it. But there was a situation that you had to be freed from with this Five of Pentacles and this Devil here in reverse, both of them in reverse. This Devil in reverse could also be you being freed from your own mind or your own hangups, because the Devil card is ruled by the sign Capricorn. But whatever you part from in February, at first it's going to feel like separating from your right arm. It's going to feel really intense and different, like it's a new normal for you that you have to get used to. And because of how you feel, you're going to wonder if you chose the right decision because of how you feel right here, being represented by this Nine of Swords in reverse. But the thing is you did. These Nine Swords, this anxiety is coming from you being freed from this thing. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so strange how sometimes, like, we can be freed from a situation that has trapped us. It's almost like we get anxiety from this new freedom that we have, or this new normal that we have, even though it is benefiting us to be free of the situation. It's like ripping off the Band-Aid. You had to be freed and there was no other way. So Capricorn, you have to just do it. Do not overthink it. Do not consult a million people. Look at your options. Seven of Cups here. Look at your options, but do not stress yourself out trying to decide the perfect choice, trying to make the perfect decision. Have faith in yourself, because this is a test, Capricorn, and you're going to make the right decision. It just won't feel like it in the beginning, because it's like there were so many other pathways. There were so many other ways that this could have gone. There were so many other things that could have happened. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Could've, would've, should've. That could've, would've, should've will stress you the hell out. So don't be worried about what could have happened, what should have happened, or what would have happened, or what did happen. Don't be worried about all these ifs. Don't be worried about all these other realities that could have happened. That is too much stress. That's way too much stress on you. Way too much stress. You make your decision and you rest with that decision. So the Seven of Cups initially is going to come in as a surprise, a pleasant surprise, where you're like, damn, I've got all these options, cool. It's when you start over analyzing these options with this Moon card here. That's when you start, that's when the confusion is going to set in, and that confusion can bring anxiety when this is supposed to be a really great thing for you, Capricorn. So only consult with this Three of Pentacles here. I'm saying only consult 3 people with this Three Pentacles. 3 people that you would trust with your life or your most valuable possession. This can even be referring to yourself, only consulting your higher self, your angels, your guides, your ancestors. This is a collaborative effort with 3 of your closest advisors, or 2 of them, whether these are actual physical human beings or spiritual beings, your team of spiritual helpers. This is like a collaboration between you and someone else sort of coming to this decision here. So this is very wise, because these other people or these guides can see a much bigger landscape than you can, because these other people that you do end up consulting, they're on the outside looking in. You see how far away these two people are and this Three of Pentacles here? You see they're sort of like stepped away. Where this person, he's working directly, where this person here, he's working directly on some sort of project, right? He's working directly on it, and these two people are just sort of watching him work on it. So they are sort of removed. They're detached. They're separated from the situation. So they're able to see things from a third person point of view, or see things outside of the box, right? So they're not immediately attached to the outcome. And that's why it's very wise consulting these other beings, these other people, because they can help you sort of like detach from this situation, help you detach from this decision that you have to make. So with these people being on the outside looking in, they can see how a certain situation has had you trapped and how you need to be freed of it. You need to be freed of it. This is the liberation of that hold. Whatever it is, these new options are coming in to liberate you from this hold that had you in this place where you felt scared, you felt alone, you felt neglected, abandoned. This thing that had you held, you were very attached to it, but that attachment was very draining for you. That attachment was stressful for you. Do you see anything peaceful with this Five of Pentacles here? No. They're running around in the freezing cold, looking for shelter, looking for food, looking for refuge, looking for a place where they can escape the freezing cold, looking for a place where they can escape the storm. You know, the conditions are really getting to them. The conditions of this hold was really getting to you. It was affecting other parts of your life. It wasn't just affecting whatever this was. So like, let's just say that this was a relationship that you're being freed from. You weren't just being affected in your relationship. Your relationship was bleeding into other parts of your life, like your mental health, your emotional health, your spiritual health, your work, your other relationships with other people in your life. It was bleeding into other things, and it was causing a lot of franticness within your life. And then the last two oracle cards that we have here is the Hanged Man and the Two of Pentacles. Amazing. So what I'm getting here is this is you finally surrendering to this massive shift or change or freedom and learning how to flow within this new normal. Like this guy who is juggling here, he's juggling these Two of Pentacles. This is his normal routine. This is his normal act. So there's a new normal that you're going to have to get used to sort of juggling. But I see you finally surrendering to that in this Hanged Man here. I see you finally surrendering to that and allowing your life, your blessings to flow, because you were just finally surrendering. You're finally surrendering and saying, you know what, okay, like maybe there's some potential here. Maybe there's some potential here. Like, yes, this is very new, but maybe I can work with this, you know, instead of feeling, hopefully you guys can see this. I'm just now realizing how dark my camera is right now, and I don't know why. So this is you allowing yourself and your life and your blessings to flow to you because you are finally surrendering and just saying, like, you know what? Maybe I can make this work here. Maybe I can be happy here. Maybe this is exactly what I needed. When you start to surrender to that and say, like, maybe this is exactly what needed to happen. When you start to feel that way, you're going to start to see all of these new blessings roll into your life. You're going to start to see cooperative energy, harmony roll right into your life because you're finally surrendering to it and you're finally allowing yourself to flow with this Two of Pentacles here. So it's just going to feel weird with this new freedom, which also sounds weird. It's like a scenario where someone leaves a relationship they've been in for a long time, but the relationship got toxic at some point. And it's like, even though the relationship was toxic or draining, it was still difficult to leave, or you were still sad, or you still grieved no longer being in this relationship or with this person. And now that you're not together, it's like you've got to get used to this new normal of not having this thing around you anymore. It can be a feeling of what now? You know, what do I do now? Now that this is no longer part of my identity, there could also as well be an ego death here, for sure, with this Devil card in reverse. And like I said, the Devil card is ruled by Capricorn. So this could as well be a ego death, where something gets stripped away from you that you really relied on to identify you as a person. Just a few examples of what like an ego death is. It could be the end of a relationship. It could be the end of a job, a career change. This could be a different religion or a different spirituality, discovering something completely new about yourself. You know, something that really shakes up what you thought to be true, basically, is what an ego death is. And these can be extremely profound and extremely intense. intense. So whatever it is that you end up experiencing here is just sort of like begs that question, like, okay, well, now what do I do? Now that this is no longer a part of me, now what do I do? Eventually you'll start to really enjoy your freedom. And then the card that we have underneath the deck is the High Priestess. Exactly. So yeah, this is Spirit helping you break free of this situation or this hold. If this was a relationship coming to an end, let me offer you my appreciation in saying that you are one strong individual, because this thing had a serious hold over you and you broke free of that. You broke free of that. I wouldn't be shocked if this is someone or something you had a soul tie or a soul contract with, or maybe it was karmic, because this is a really big severing that is happening here. You may have been tied to this thing for a few lifetimes now, and you're finally freeing yourself of it. So this is big, and it's going to feel really intense for you. It's going to feel really intense for you. So this isn't just a new normal within this incarnation. This is a new normal for your soul as well. Not just a new normal for this life that you're living, but a new normal for your spirit, your soul that is eternal, that has been here since forever. So let's get to you guys' oracle cards and see if there's any other messages for your February. Well, there's going to be other messages, so let's just check them out. As well as you guys, watch your finances this February. Because we do have this like Nine of Swords, and it looks like this Nine of Swords is aiming towards these Pentacles here. So definitely watch your finances as well, okay? And then we have another Pentacles card here. So watch your finances. The very first card that we have here is Pisces, I believe. Sounds a lot like collaborating with spirit, right? Your faith, having faith in your intuition. So Pisces is a very healing energy, and Pisces as well, it rules the 12th house. And when we deal with the 12th house, we deal with the ending of things. This is past death. When we're dealing with Pisces in the 12th house, this isn't just like a physical death. This is like the ending of something, like the ending of the entirety of a situation. So like I said, this is your soul also breaking away. This is your soul also having a new beginning. Okay, so this is a really big deal. All right, and then we have here the next card, Black Moon Lilith, mystery. This looks a lot like the moon here, and Black Moon Lilith, Lilith is a very seductive energy. This is something that is extremely difficult to pull away from. So this could as well sort of represent this devil card in reverse here, finally breaking away from that thing that had a hold on you. So yeah, Black Moon Lilith, she could definitely be also offering a little bit of, or not offering, but bringing in a little bit of fear here with this Nine of Swords. So whatever this is a really sort of it's an intense move. It's an intense break. This is like a really, really big severing. And Black Moon Lilith, like I said, she's very seductive in a way, but Black Moon Lilith, she also deals with us finding our independence, because Lilith, this is another thing that is just now coming to me. Lilith was the first wife of Adam in the story of Adam and Eve. Yeah, so, and Lilith, she wanted to be Adam's equal, the way that the story goes, because Adam was not willing for her to be his equal. He wanted her to be more subservient, even in sex. Like they couldn't even figure out, like she wanted to be on top and he wanted to be on top. It was like they were legit equal, so they were just butting heads. And God offered her a decision, like either you can go off, do your own thing and fend for yourself, or you can stay here and be subservient. This is you deciding, I'm not going to stay and be subservient anymore. I'm going to go off and claim my own independence. But it's really fucking scary to separate from this thing, because this thing was sort of attached to your identity in some way, shape, or form. Whether this was a relationship, a job, money, whatever the case, this was something that really offered you a sense of identity and stability, and it's gone now, or you're walking away from it now. And then we have exactly 10th house, the world. Yeah, so this is career. This is also dealing with career, public image, your legacy. This is something, 10th house, the world is also telling me that this is something that you were building up for a long time, maybe put a lot of effort, energy, and work into. Maybe you put a lot of time and money into it. And now it's like, I have to step away from this thing. I really put my blood, sweat, and tears into this. And now I have to walk away from that. I can't get anything back from that. So that's another thing that I'm also getting with this 10th house here. And 10th house is also ruled by Capricorn. So we have a few Capricorn, cards coming through here, but for sure this is like a really big deal. You stepping away from everything you knew, like it says the world here. I'm stepping away from this was something that made up my world and my reality, and I'm stepping away from it. And then we have here, yep, Grand Cross, Provoker. You're not really going to know how you feel. You're going to be struggling with so many different feelings, but like I said, this is something that you really needed to do in order for you to truly establish your legacy. You going on your own route, on your own path, this is you truly setting up your 10th house legacy, because that's what 10th house rules. It rules legacy, our public image, our status, our notoriety, basically. This is kind of like the house of fame as well. So, this is like you really remaking yourself, completely remaking yourself. And that's why I also said earlier, before we even got to the oracle cards, this may be a bit of an ego death here. So you may emerge after February a completely different person, for sure. Many of you may. And then we have the next card here, forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Exactly. You need to keep that flow open, like I was talking about with the Two of Pentacles here. You need to finally surrender to this and forgive the situation and say, you know what? Maybe this is the best thing for me. Moving on to peace. Yes. I'm a being of love and I release all negative energy. Exactly. You just have to release. This thing was negative. This thing was negative. This thing had a very negative effect on you, like I was talking about in the Five of Pentacles. It had a very negative effect on you. It really drained you. And this was something that turned dark. Maybe it started out an amazing thing, but it turned sinister. And it turned into a thing where it was like, it was really affecting you in the worst ways possible. Like I said, it started to seep into other areas of your life. The example that I used before, if it was just your relationship, it wasn't just affecting your relationship. It was affecting all other areas of your life. If this is just your job, that job was affecting all other areas of your life. You needed to separate from this thing because the price got too high. You really started to pay a price where it's like, okay, I'll sacrifice my relationships. I'll sacrifice my health. I'll sacrifice my mental health. I'm going to sacrifice all these things just to keep this thing going. And the price is too high. It's not worth it. And Spirit saw that. And Spirit is like, oh, hell no. You're not paying this price. You're not paying this price. It's not worth it. It's too high. We're going to separate you from this thing. So you can truly claim what is yours with this 10th house here. And then we have dreams, incubation. So really watch your dreams, you guys. Really watch your dreams. We even have a little bit of a nod here to the ancient Kemids, which is just ancient Egypt. Really watch your dreams, because your dreams there's gonna be a lot of messages coming in from your guides and your ancestors and your angels through your dreams. And as well as the Nine of Swords, it sort of deals with like having very scary dreams. So you really want to try to find a place of forgiveness and peace. That the way you're not being tormented in your dreams. That the way whatever is going on subconsciously, is not coming through in your dreams when you go to sleep and they're freaking you out. Because whatever frequency you're operating on is what frequency you're pulling in, and that's what you're communicating with. So if you're in a state of fear, if that's the frequency that you're operating on, that's exactly what your dreams are going to be. Nine of Swords all day. If you're feeling peaceful, that's exactly what your dreams are going to be, just like she's peacefully sleeping here. And then we have, look at this, you guys, next card, dictionary, communication. Exactly. You're going to be communicating. You're going to be communicating a lot with your angels, ancestors, guides. Like I said, this is a collaborative effort. Now these two here will be the cards for your love life, relationships, anything like that. Look at this first card that we have here is deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Yeah, we already know that though here with this Devil card here. We already know that. As well as for some of you, this could be you wearing a false self mask, not being honest about your feelings and how you feel. But somebody there's some sort of deception going on here. And that may be another thing that makes you really go, you know what? No, I'm done with this. I've given too much to this situation or to this person for them to be deceiving me. That's not fair to me. And then we have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. What I'm getting here with this card, religious factors, is you are ascending spiritually, and this person can no longer lie to you. They can no longer deceive you. And this is exactly why your guides and your angels and your ancestors are coming in and saying, this is why they're communicating with you so much this month of February, because you are spiritually ascending, Capricorn, in February. Anytime you ascend, anytime you become more sensitive to energies, what ends up happening is we become more sensitive to certain things, and we become more sensitive and aware of the actual truth. Not the truth that somebody is trying to manipulate or influence or tell us, but we become more aware of the truth. Just like Lilith became aware of the truth, and she said, you know what? I don't have to be subservient. I don't have to do a damn thing. So I'm going to go off and gain my independence. Yeah, and as well as what I'm noticing now too, communication is here. Grand Cross Provoker. deception, and the 9 of Swords here. That's why I was saying for sure you want to be very, very careful about the frequency that you are operating on, because whatever frequency you're operating on is what you are communicating with. So if you are operating on a vibration or a frequency of fear, then that is exactly what you're going to be communicating with. And fear is lies. Fear never tells the truth. Fear is something that is low vibrational. And so it offers the opportunity for other low vibrational entities to come in and lie to you. A lie is a dead end, right? But the truth is something that offers clarity. It offers answers. It offers a solution. It offers potential, a pathway, a gateway, an opportunity. So that's something that you really want to stay clear of. And forgiveness and peace is really going to help you move into a space where you just surrender and you're allowed to flow. And as well as, so your fears could be lying to you, your fears could be deceiving you, you could be deceiving you. Whoever this person is in your love life or in your relationships in general, they could be deceiving you. I'm not seeing it as like they're doing this on purpose, but there's something that they're afraid of is what I'm picking up here. It's almost like they're afraid of you because they can like just sense the fact that that they're lying. You know that what they're saying is bullshit. It's something like that. They're very intimidated by you because it's like they just know. They can just sense that you know that they're lying or that that they are deceiving. They're not being true. You can sniff the truth out. As long as you keep yourself in a nice, peaceful, calm state, you're going to be able to very easily detect the truth because it's exactly what your guides, angels, and ancestors, that's why they're going to be so involved in your life in February, because they're trying to help you see the truth. It's like I said, the truth is an opportunity. It's clarity. The next card that we have here is the Stars. Yeah, okay. So it says, a long journey brings rewards. Okay, so exactly. Whatever this is that you're breaking away from, I think that this may have been something that you've been attached to for a long time. I think your spirit, your soul, something was very attached to this for a long time. You guys, I think that you were dealing with this for a few lifetimes, and it says the Stars. So this for me is telling me that this goes back a lot further than just, I've been with this person for 2 years. No. You don't understand. You've been dealing with this certain situation or whatever this is for lifetimes. A long journey brings rewards, the Stars. And then we have the Chimera, don't know if I'm saying that right. Imagination clouds your judgment. Yeah, we picked that up down here with the 9 of Swords for sure. The Maiden, a new relationship blossoms. Capricorn. That may be what this option is here. That may be what you're so stressed out about. Okay, for some of you, you're stressed out about the fact that this person or this relationship, for some of you, is definitely a relationship that you're stressed out about. This person that you've been with, maybe there's somebody new that comes in and you are struggling with the decision, do I stay with what I know or do I move somewhere that's completely new? Do I move into unfamiliar territory? You move into unfamiliar territory. If that's what you feel, if any one little inkling of yourself is like, you need to leave, you will listen to that. It's the small voices we have to listen to, not the really loud ones. Those really loud ones are coming from our ego and our consciousness. The ego and the consciousness is extremely loud because it's the first consciousness that we are aware of before we get to the subconscious and the unconscious. So anything that's really loud, you have to sort of gain control over that and say, no. I need to listen to every voice that's coming through. So you need to, like I said, this is a collaborative effort. This is a collaborative decision here. So you need to really consult the tinier voices that says, you need to leave. If that's the case, then you leave. If this new relationship feels better, if it feels peaceful, if it feels like you're ready for that, then you go with that. Or if you just feel like I want to be alone right now, you do that. But you have to really consult yourself because you need to break away from this thing. And this thing, whatever this thing is, that's the main thing that's deceiving you. That's the main thing that's deceiving you. The devil has deceived them. They don't even know that they are shackled up to the devil. They have no clue. They don't even know that they've grown tails, that they're shackled up. Like, they have no clue. And sometimes this card isn't always like a horrible thing. But in this case, with all these other cards, yeah. I mean, there was no question about it, right? The next cards that we have here is, look at this. We have the Queen here. The Queen here is reminding me of the High Priestess and the Moon card. And the High Priestess card is actually ruled by the moon. So this is a feminine energy coming through. You have some sort of a feminine guide or an ancestor, an angel, some sort of feminine energy, whether you're a male or a female, identify as male or female. There is a feminine energy that's coming through and making you realize your own worth. The queen, she knows her own worth. That's why she sits on her throne and she doesn't take bullshit. She doesn't take none of it. She's not fooling. The queen ain't fooling around with none of this deception stuff. She's not fooling around with that. And she's not fooling around with anybody that feels intimidated because of the fact that she can sniff out the truth. She's not going to deal with that. She's not going to deal with anybody that's intimidated by her being the queen. She's going to deal with somebody that can celebrate who she is and that can see her value and that can celebrate her worth. And that feminine energy is coming into you. It's almost like it's going to be completely immersed within your own energy. And that's going to be another thing that really helps you to step away here. Accept this help. Accept this help from this spirit guide. The spirit guide, this angel, this ancestor, this high priestess. Accept her. Accept her help. Accept her guidance. Then we have here the ring. Do you guys see that? So the ring here, and then these rings, they look intertwined. They look intertwined. So this is like a karmic bond or a tie or an attachment, something that you're definitely breaking away from. You're breaking this like commitment or this contract. That's what I'm getting with this ring card, as well as this new person that's coming into your life. I feel that the ring card is almost representing like a new commitment. A new commitment for you guys. Whether this is a job that you're walking away from, you might set up a new business where it's like it's an even better commitment. It's an even better contract. You're getting an even better deal. That's what I'm seeing here. It's like you're getting a better deal. A long journey brings rewards, you guys. You're getting a much better deal. And then we have the storm. It's so funny how we have these sort of like polarizing energies. But yeah, the storm is going to come through to shake everything up. That's where the deception's coming from. That's where the Nine of Swords is coming from. Black Moon Lilith, that's where she is coming from. Black Moon Lilith, she can also represent hidden enemies as well. Hidden enemies. So you may be seeing a lot of people's masks come off in February, or a situation could be wearing a mask, and you're going to see that mask get removed. So basically what's going to end up happening, there's going to be a little bit of a storm here. Like when you separate from that thing that makes you sort of feel like it's your identity, when you separate from that, that's going to be a big deal. It's going to feel like a storm getting shaken up. It's going to feel like an earthquake. It's going to feel like a rumble. It's not going to feel easy. It's not going to feel easy. But you're going to be able to get through this. Definitely fall on that feminine energy. And then the last two cards we have here representing your health is acceptance. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, please help me accept that everything is going in the right direction. I'm going to put this right here in the center of your pile. Capricorn, everything for you is going in the right direction. That's why I was saying don't be worried about it. It's going to feel like you made the wrong decision, but that's not what it is. You did make the right decision. You did make the right decision. Help me accept that everything is going in the right direction. Help me accept it. Help me accept the hangman. He surrenders. He finally accepts. So that the way you're able to flow like this Two of Pentacles. Forgiveness and peace. Yes, there is going to be a bit of a storm. You're going to get a little bit provoked. Yeah, it's all moving in the right direction. The storm is coming through to shake things up, to get you in the right direction. And then we have children. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me to help children. So children may be involved. Maybe, oh, guys can't even see that. So yeah, children may be involved in this scenario, in this sort of situation, something like that. But yeah, if that's the case, obviously that will add a different element to this, where it's like you're really worried about, I need to make sure I'm making the right decision for my children. Maybe you need to spend a little bit more time around children because they're very carefree. They're so carefree and they are just so themselves. And it's so beautiful because as adults, we sort of forget how to do that. And that can offer you a little bit of peace in the situation, okay? So yeah, this is all that I'm seeing for my Capricorns. I mean, to me, it looks like a really amazing, and I'm a Capricorn rising, so I really relate to this message. Honestly, if I'm being completely, totally honest with you guys, this is a message that I've been receiving for the last close to a month and a half now. In my own personal readings. So I'm not shocked to see this coming to a head in February. Something's definitely coming to a head in February. And it's going to set off the rest of of your year, the rest of possibly even your decade, possibly even the rest of your life. Because like I said, you're breaking away from something that you've been tied to for lifetimes, for generations. This is something that you're finally breaking away from. That's why your ancestors are involved in this, because they are really helping you to break away from something that also may have been a generational tie or generational contract. Okay, so this is all that I'm saying for my Capricorns. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I pray that this reading brought you guys some love, support, clarity, and strength. I want to thank your beautiful guys, my beautiful guides, our higher self, amazing spirit itself, for these messages today. Hopefully you guys come back to visit me sometime soon, but until next time, you guys stay safe, stay blessed. Please keep conquering the world. You're going to be okay. You got this. February is yours, and I'll be back later, okay? Bye, guys.